Don't give up your hope. Keep living your dreams. London is a great place to run.
Everybody, way!
Recently, I was at a trail race. A friend of mine who is a trail runner, 100 miler, 50 miler, 55K, asked me, "Hey, Suman, how can I get to London Marathon?" That triggers a question for me that said, hey, this is a good topic to talk about because I'm getting asked about this way too many times. Today, we want to talk about the London Marathon, different ways to get to London Marathon. There's a possibility that you can get to London Marathon. In 2024, for 2025 ballot entry, there were closer to 900,000 ballot entry for London Marathon. That is the highest for any marathon out there. So it's a record number of people applying for ballot. London is getting really popular. This year in 2024, we had 50,000 people running the London Marathon. It was very crowded. I did run the London Marathon, as you can see my shirt. So it has been a great journey. I have done the London Marathon for 4 times, this year being the recent one. 2019, that was my first one. So definitely, it's been a great journey for me to run the London Marathon. Let's talk about how do you get to London Marathon? What are the different ways? So number one is a ballot, of course. Everybody has to go through the ballot process. It is very competitive, like I just mentioned. There was 900,000 people putting their name for a ballot, but like the movie Dumb and Dumber, they talk about you still have a chance of 1 in a million. If you don't play, you don't get paid. So definitely, that is one option. It has been a great option for a lot of people. I actually know a local runner from here in Birmingham, Alabama. He went to run the London Marathon, and his name was picked up. Apply for my wife. I apply my name, put my name as well every year. If you have English address, there's one more ballot selection they do for if you pay extra for charity. The ballot process has ended. The day of marathon, the ballot was open. It was there for almost for a few weeks. Definitely, it was there, but it's closed now. So next one is charity entry. Running a London Marathon. I see a charity runner. About 60-70% of people are charity runner, even 80% maybe. A lot of charity runners. I know that some of my friends who I ran with, they were selected in the ballot, but they still went through the charity process. London Marathon generates a lot of money for charity, billions of dollars. So definitely London Marathon will continue having charity. I don't know what's the percent of the people out of 50,000 are charity, but definitely it's a lot. Charity is a good option. You have to go through the charity selection process. Definitely check that and try to find out if it's something that you want to go through. You definitely have to raise money. It's not that cheap. Some are better to raise money than the others. So definitely charity is an option for you. I know a lot of my friends, they have also gone through Good for Ages for different Abbott marathon majors, since London is a part of marathon majors. So definitely it is also has a Good for Ages. I don't know much detail. I know, like I said, people who has done it. It is doable, but you definitely have to run faster. I think even faster than Boston qualifying time. So do check out what's the Good for Ages. When I was researching about this topic, I did see there was 66,000 entry for this. 6,000 out of 50 is not much, but definitely it's the percent that there's a guarantee entry. But still, if there are more people applying, just like in Boston, it looks like your spot will be taken by the faster runners. So definitely run fast, go at it, qualify for a Good for Ages. British Club entry is one of the way to get in London Marathon. Definitely, it's not much. As a club that I know, last year, like 50 entries. This year, I don't remember. I assume it varies, so I'm not very familiar with the club entries, but definitely I know people who have gone to London Marathon using the club entry. It is a British club, not an American club like our running clubs. It's something people use that to get to London Marathon. So definitely check that out. The next one is an international tour group. I know a lot of people, they use that too. For tour group, you get entry as well as there's depending on what kind of deals. I've never done it, so I can't talk too much about it, but the tour group is one of the way. I know that in Berlin, they talk about the hotel and entry. I'm assuming the same thing. But as I was researching about this one too, I found out that every area has different tour groups, qualified tour groups. So definitely find a qualified tour groups in North America, Asia, Europe, so on. So definitely make sure that you've gone through a qualified tour group that will guarantee you entry to London Marathon. The next one is defer entry. A friend of mine last year, in 2023. He was injured. He deferred his entry to this year, 2024. He finished his marathon. So definitely deferred entry. But for deferred entry, you always have to enter. So that's not something, it's not a ballot process. You were planning to run in previous years and you have a deferred, definitely check into that one. Those are the few options. So one of the options I go through, I have been a part of for 4 times as a pacer. We are 100 plus pacer for 50,000 runners out there. So we have work cut out for us. So definitely, that's one way to get in. It's another entry process. It's not a sort of ballot. It's an application process where you have to apply, talk about it, why you want to run, and so on. The application process will start sometime in fall. I don't have a date for that. So when it happens, I will post on my social media, Marathon Run. So definitely, check that out. So there's many different ways to get to London Marathon. So don't give up your hope to not get into London Marathon. If London is your last Abbott Marathon major, also there's an option for you to go through Abbott. They have their own drawing. I did go to Berlin. Berlin 2019 was my the 6th star, and then I actually went through the Abbott major, some sort of lottery process. They were giving away 10 entries in that one. So there's a different way to get in. So that is another way. Just check that out. It's with Abbott. You have to put your name, if I remember that correctly, per me whenever I did the Berlin. Don't give it your hope. Like I said, try to keep trying, keep entering different ways. If you really want to run, and if you're 6 star, if you don't have any other avenues, try to go through a charity. It's worth a cause. You can raise funds for a charity. So keep living your dreams. Go run. London is a great place to run. The London experiences are really great. These days I really enjoy going to London. I build my own set of friend groups, and find things to do when I get to London. So definitely, it's worth checking, and I hope this will help. If you've gone this far, please do subscribe this channel. It helps the channel. Share it to others. Thanks for listening, and we will talk more. Bye for now.